Hi guys, welcome to the channel GGRamst here, and today I will be showing you one of my absolute favorite builds. By the way, I'm back. This is Guild Wars 2, and here on this channel you will find a source for the best builds that you can have for open world in Guild Wars 2. The sources that I will bring on the table are meant for helping players enjoy the game. As long as you are enjoying it, having fun, and of course, not having a hard time playing your character. Alright, so, guys, in light of the newest patch in Guild Wars 2, basically, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about why the Mechanist is not good as it was and stuff like that. Yes, of course, there are new builds that were born, but this one right here is one of the absolute best PvE open world builds that you can have. Why? Because it can give you the clarity and it gives you the ease of playing this game without having any headaches. As you can see, you have a mech, alright? You have a companion, and this companion does a lot of damage. It does damage mitigation, does a lot of stuff. Alright, so with that being said, let's take a look at the build itself. Alright, we're gonna start with the gear. Gear, of course, straightforward: power, precision, vitality, ferocity. So this is Marauder gear, everything is Marauder. As you can see, we are running Superior Rune of the Scholar, Power, Ferocity, Power, Ferocity, Power, Ferocity, and of course, with the Relic of the Thief, as you can see, we have 2445 power, attack, toughness 1040, vitality 1800, precision 2098, and of course you can see for yourself in the video all these numbers. When it comes to the weapon, I am using a long rifle. Of course, in the offhand, in the other weapon slot, I'll put the Aurora hammer. Everything is Marauder. When it comes to the sigils, Superior Sigil of Force and Superior Sigil of Strength, everything is Marauder. Okay, guys, very important, the trait lines. I'm using this build as in this form for the last year and a half, and I have not had any problems by playing any type of stuff on open world, killing anything that I put my mind to it. Of course, you need the practice. If you're a new player, you cannot expect that you can go and kill any champion in the first run. Of course, that is practice makes your build better. Okay, first trait line is explosive. Short fuse, Fury, of course, Fury gives you 40% critical chance, very important. Aim assisted rocket, okay. With your attacks, you will launch a rocket at your target, dealing damage and vulnerability, alright. And big boomer for the damage increase, 15% is a lot. Next one is the firearms, high caliber, no scope, and modified ammunition, because you need the strike damage for each condition you put on your foe, and that means your weapon gonna put vulnerability on your foe, it's gonna put bleeding on your foe, vulnerability. This one, overcharged shot, will remove your condition. And of course, the last one, vulnerability. So with vulnerability, each time you will use your modified ammunition, giving you 2% damage increase. But the bread and butter is the Mechanist. I'm using Spark Revolver, Mech Arms, okay, for of course, critical chance, vulnerability. I'm using core reactor shot, alright, mech frame. Precision inherited by mech is 100%, so your mech never misses, alright? And of course, the last one, Sky Circus, applying burning damage, knockback, a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff for your damage. And of course, damage mitigation also applies burning, knockback. It is very good. When it comes to the skills, all right, I'm using all the passive skills that you can see. Of course, these are passive skills. The rectifier signet, heal yourself and your mech every second. Barrier signet, of course, gives you barrier, creates a bubble when you activate it, and of course that's gonna mitigate some damage by 12% and condition damage also by 12%. Shift signet, if you need to run away very fast, this is a very good. And the last most important two of them for signet, because it increases strike damage, health, and of course does knockback, crippling your enemies for 50% movement speed less. Alright, overlock signet, of course, fires the main cannon of your mech, obliterating the target. And of course, you can have your revive mech if you are playing against something that already killed your mech and you have to resummon it. These two ones are the most important damage ones, because if you are in combat and you use these two ones, these are very important. But if you use these two ones, do not use them together, right? Use them on cooldown, of course, but in the meantime, use the F1, F2, and F3 skills, like the Spark Revolver, rapid firing a volley of Jade energy bolts from both arms, piercing through all enemies. Alright? Very important, because it's a very good range, 1.200. Alright? It does a lot of damage. The next one is core reactor shot, charge up and release powerful ball of Jade energy to your target that explodes on impact. And of course, the mech command that jets into the air, fires a missile at each nearby foe before casting down and dealing additional damage to anything caught underfoot. Alright, so first of all, it fires missiles. The landing damage is quite high, applying burning damage, applying knockback, of course hitting 5 targets and 3 missile targets. The radius is 600, the missile explosion radius is 120, and of course it breaks the define bar by 232. Alright, so guys, I must tell you, this build right here is one of the most solid builds you have in Guild Wars 2 when it comes to the engineer, and when it comes to a more passive and enjoyable, chill and tranquil way to play Guild Wars 2. So with that being said, GGRamst here. Like I told you guys, I'm back, and since I'm back, any appreciation of what I do is more than welcome. So if you like the video, don't forget to press that subscribe button or the share or a like for the algorithm. And with that being said, GGRamst out. Peace. Till next time.